Hello and welcome to the start of a new reading vlog, guys. It's been a minute, hasn't it though? I just finished filming one of my first videos for God knows how long, and that's why you're in the setting. I usually start you in my living room, but whatever, the camera's set up, the lights are set up, I might as well take advantage of it. And you know what? It's gonna be a good weekend. It's like 80 degrees outside, it's sunny, we're feeling good, I'm feeling like I'm back on track, and I know it's been a while. And if you want to know where I've been, definitely feel free to reference the video that I just posted a couple days ago, or whenever I posted it. It was an earlier video, and it'll tell you about where I've been for the last couple of months. But for now, let me tell you what I've been reading, guys. Okay, so even though I haven't really been reading a whole lot, I've been in the depths of the largest freaking reading slump, I have been using Scribd a whole lot, and I'm currently, oh, I don't know if you can see that, I'm reading Stephen King's It on audiobook, and it's a beast. Like, it's 44 hours long. That's a long audiobook, so I'm really enjoying it. And you know, just to sort of preface, well, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm really enjoying it because he really takes the time to dive deep into his characters. And if you're not familiar with Stephen King's It, well, first of all, what rock are you living under? I'm just kidding. I know horror isn't everyone's cup of tea, not like mine. I freaking love horror, but Stephen King's It is basically about a clown that haunts this town called Derry, and Derry is in Maine. And basically this ragtag bunch of like kids, they become friends and they try to like solve the mystery, the horror that it is. And it takes many forms, but mostly it takes the form of Pennywise the clown. And the book sort of bounces back between when the kids were young and they first encountered Pennywise, and then when they were older, and how their lives have progressed since they left Derry, Maine. And they eventually get called back to Derry, Maine by a friend who's still living there, because the murders and the gruesomeness of it / Pennywise the clown are continuing again. They're back on their shit, basically. So they have to go back and defeat it. So that's the really terrible synopsis of what It is about. If you've not seen the movies or anything, man, it's not that scary. I mean, it really isn't. So I would recommend it. But I'm finally making it through that book. It's been on my list for a while. And I'm also currently reading To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I don't know why I can't ever say her name. There's so many like syllables happening in there. Anyway, this is about a fearsome siren who has the reputation for ripping hearts out of prince, male royal, their chests. So that's her reputation. And then I think it's a hate to love relationship, because there's a prince here that is best known for hunting sirens. So they're sort of hunting each other, and I have a feeling there will be some love tension happening. And we all know that I am a sucker for hate to love stories. Like, come on. Speaking of which, is anyone pumped for Blood and Honey, like the sequel to Serpent and Dove? Guys, me, this girl is, but apparently it's not coming till later in the year, so this is my waiting face. Anyway, we're gonna have a good weekend. I don't have a lot planned, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna read, I'm gonna try and get through this. I'm only on page 74, and I've only read a little bit today, so we'll see how that goes. Y'all know I'm a slow reader, but let me show you some cool shit. Come with me. Look at my little grow station. These are flowers and herbs. Sorry, had to switch some settings on my camera so you could see this properly. Some flowers and herbs and stuff, and then I got some on the windowsill there. We're moving, we're doing things, guys. Like, Ooh, focus. Yeah, I've got some stuff outside that I'll show you later, but yeah, it should be a great relaxing weekend despite all the world events happening right now. But we'll get into that later. Ooh, it's been a while since I've operated this camera, so if things look janky AF, I'm very sorry. It will get smoothed out, I promise. Okay, in the meanwhile, focus. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go maybe read. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do actually. I rented the new movie Emma on Amazon Prime. They allow, I guess they like, because no one can go to the movie theaters, they are putting movies that are just released into the theaters onto Amazon Prime, and Emma's one of them. So let's go watch that because your girl loves a good Jane Austen movie. I can't get through a Jane Austen book, but whatever. Anyway, let's go watch Emma. Hello. So I have done 0 reading from when I checked in with you earlier, but let it be known that I will breach the 100-page mark of To Kill a Kingdom later tonight, and you will know about it. But I did want to check in because I just finished watching the movie Emma with Anna Taylor-Joy that came out this year. Excellent. If I counted correctly, I've probably seen now 4 different renditions of this story. So the first was the Gwyneth Paltrow, you know, version, and then there was a series called Emma, and then there was also you know, Alicia Silverstone's Clueless. So there's that rendition, and now this one, and I love all of them for so many different reasons. This particular rendition is very interesting. It's a lot more fast-paced, but they also have more room to develop these characters. I felt like the person that they chose to play Mr. Knightley. So if you don't know what Emma is about, Emma is basically about a girl named Emma Woodhouse, and her like greatest pleasure, because this is a Regency era period piece and women don't really have a lot to do these days, her greatest pleasure is matchmaking. She made a match with her I don't know what they're called, where she's the one who like basically raised her, sort of like her nanny. She made a match with her nanny and like this very rich neighbor, and then she goes on trying to make more matches and it just goes exceedingly wrong. And then it's sort of also a commentary on classism and snobbery and that sort of thing. And she has her best friend, Mr. Knightley, and, you know, of course, things ensue, romance, blah, blah. But this particular rendition was good because it was faster paced, like I said, but there was more room for character development. And I feel like the person they chose for Mr. Knightley was a little more, I mean, he was gentlemanly, but he was like really hairy in the sense that he had a lot of facial hair, a lot of like just like messy hair. He kind of looked like a cross between Zac Efron and Ed Sheeran, and I liked him. The Gwyneth Paltrow version of Emma, the Mr. Knightley there was very like what you would expect a Regency era sort of gentleman would look like, very clean cut, definitely just, you know, shaven. I don't know. He's more genteel looking, but I really liked this Mr. Knightley because he was a little more raw and rough around the edges, but still definitely a gentleman. I don't know, this was a really good one. And the colors of this movie were fantastic. Like the costumes, the setting, oh God, it was great. It was great. I would say solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Yep, if you're into Jane Austen movies, check out the new Emma. Okay, I have to do a couple more things before I can actually get to reading. Namely, we have to walk the dogs. I want to clean up a little bit. We've been sort of busy throughout the day, but definitely reading to come. Hello, here I am, still not frickin' reading, but I did want to tell you about a wonderful little, well, I'm really an 80-year-old in a 28-year-old body. I have developed a giant love for birds and bird feeders. So here is a quarter of a bag of birdseed that I bought recently. I dropped a bunch of money at a local store because I wanted a bird feeder, because I have a garden out front, or at least I will once it finally gets warm enough consistently. And I wanted birds. I wanted a wildlife station for myself. So what I'm gonna bring you along to doing is I'm gonna show you. So This is my little birdhouse. It's filled with pollen. I know that's disgusting. This is actually made out of recycled milk jugs. So it's super lightweight and it's a lifetime guarantee. And then this here is half of my bird stand. So we're gonna bring all this out there and I'm gonna put this up and have the little birdies get a snack. Yeah. You wanna come out, Max? You wanna come out? Come on. Let's go. Come here. There you go. There you go. Gonna get my bird feeder. Got my dog. My other dog wants to come out too. Come on, let's go. All right, got all my supplies. I'm gonna set you down. 1 second. Had to pull my hair back because it's getting wild and hot out here. Are you ready for some wholesome dog content? Yeah, you are. Gentle, gentle. Aww. He's like, guys, this is stressful. Oh yeah. That one's over there scavenging for sunflower seeds. And this sad little puppo. Oh yeah. Hello, we're back from walking the dogs and I have not gotten, it's not even been like 10 pages into this book. Whoa, focus. Okay, it's not been even 10 pages into this book and I realized that I actually know nothing about this book. I bought it a while ago, like a year ago almost, and I forgot what the story was about. So let me just read you the jacket real quick. Princess Lyra is Siren royalty and the most lethal of them all. With the hearts of 17 princes in her collection, she is revered across the sea until a twist of fate forces her to kill one of her own. To punish her daughter, the Sea Queen transforms Lyra into the one thing sirens loathe the most, a human. Robbed of her song, Lyra has until the winter solstice to deliver Prince Elion's heart to the Sea Queen or remain a human forever. The ocean is the only place Prince Elion calls home, even though he is heir to the most powerful kingdom in the world. Hunting sirens is more than an unsavory hobby. It's his calling. When he rescues a drowning woman in the sea, she is more than what she appears. She promises to help him find the key to destroying all of siren kind for good. But can he trust her? And how many deals will Elion have to make to broker, to eliminate humankind's greatest enemy? So, I just hit the part where Lyra loses her voice, her sea queen of a mother decides to punish her by turning her into a human. And I got to that part and I was like, what? I know I said that this is a Little Mermaid retelling sort of earlier. At least I think I said that. I'm pretty sure I said that. But I didn't realize that it is legit a Little Mermaid retelling. It's definitely a lot cooler and more adult than the actual Little Mermaid, but I didn't realize like how closely it's going to be following that sort of like storyline. So that's cool. Things are like turning up a little bit. The prince is getting ready to embark on his journey, and he's probably going to be saving Princess Lyra soon in her human form. But okay, I wasn't necessarily convinced of this book until right now, and I think it's just going to get better from here. So I will check in later. Also, look what we've been doing since a week ago. Yes, that is Animal Crossing. We have done nothing but Animal Crossing since it got out. We're couch bums, but it's okay. What else do we have to do? Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. I don't know that oh my God, that is a giant bug. Okay, so sorry. There was a giant, the best part about things warming up is that it's warm, and the worst part is that all the bugs come out. So my cat is now on prowl. Let me show you. The bug is somewhere up there, and she's just Aussie. Anyway, yesterday I did hit the 100-page mark on To Kill a Kingdom, and then I promptly stopped at that 100-page mark. I was done for the day. I was so tired. I fell asleep on the couch, and then I woke back up just in time to play with my friends online on Animal Crossing. So that was the rest of my night, Animal Crossing. Now, sorry, my cat is freaking out about this bug. So I just got to the part where Elian, the prince, who is famous for hunting sirens, has rescued the siren princess Lyra, who is famous for killing princes. She lost her voice, her siren voice, to like lure men, and she became a human because the Sea Queen wanted to punish her, and she was floating in the sea, and then Prince Elian found her and took her aboard, and that's where we're at right now. So I'm interested to see how it goes from there, because they're on their way to this like very cold mountain to find an ancient artifact or whatever. And you know, it's not a very long book. I'm hoping to get at least another 100 pages today. I don't have a lot planned. I know I said that yesterday. I didn't think I had a lot planned, and then a lot of things happened. But we gonna read today and play Animal Crossing. But I wanted to show you one of my favorite breakfasts this morning, or rather just lately. Cereal, any type of cereal. I am of the cinnamon or peanut butter persuasion. So this is Cascadian Farms Cinnamon Crunch. We gonna put a healthy amount in a bowl. Yeah, okay. And then one of my good friends that lives around here, Shane and Holly, actually have a protein bar company. Oh, this is backwards. Oh no, it's not. It's Small Seed Bar, and this is the peanut butter flavor. One of my I have always loved this flavor. They have a peanut butter coconut flavor that is excellent, but I already ate them all because they're too delicious. So it has an interesting texture. It's, I don't know how to explain it, but I just crumble it into my bowl of cereal. Okay, now that I've crumbled it into my bowl, I realized I could have filmed that, but it's been so long since I vlogged that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, so there is the bar crumbled on top of my cereal. I enjoy cashew milk. Yeah. And then I have a very strong cup of Earl Grey with a little bit of soy milk. It is my poison of choice these days. Okay, so we're gonna eat this cereal because it's delicious, and we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna eat it, enjoy it, and we're gonna read a little. Okay, bye. Okay, I have not been productive. There has been zero reading happening. So I made myself a nice coffee in a nice blue cup. I just used my Nespresso machine and put soy milk and maple syrup. Iced latte. Now we're gonna be energized and we're gonna focus because I played Animal Crossing, we went and walked the dogs, and now I've got to read, guys, because what am I doing with my life? I would like to get further in this book. I will check in later. Hopefully I have reached the 200-page mark, and then I will let you know what's going on. Go by. Hello. Wow, look at my doggy. Hello. He's like, no, I don't like cameras. So I just got an exciting package, and I was gonna save it for an official book haul, and I will. I'll put in a book haul, but I have to share it now. Look at my other doggy. What's happening, Mix? Is everything okay? It's exciting. So this package was actually a local delivery because in these quarantine times we cannot browse, and you know, ordering online is just what we need to do. And this is from my local bookstore, page 158, and it's just the best bookstore. It's so charming inside, and I placed this order not too long ago. Let me set you down. But they just delivered it. She called me, the lady called me and left me a message saying that she put it in my mailbox, and I had to, that's why I'm out of breath. I ran outside to get this package. I realize I'm being crazy, but I'm so excited because I am kind of, I don't know how to feel about, wow, my hair looks insane.
Just take a breath.
No. I don't know how I feel about To Kill a Kingdom. I'm not sure about it yet. I'm still not jiving with the writing style. The present tense is really like messing with me. Anyway, let's open this package. Yeah. I'm so excited. I don't even remember what I ordered. What did I order? Oh, yes. The Girl in the Tower. This is the second installment of Catherine Arden's first book, The Bear and the Nightingale. It is so beautiful. I'm so excited. If you don't know what The Bear and the Nightingale is, it's basically, let me recenter this. So The Bear and the Nightingale is a book about, the main character's name is Vasya. She lives in sort of a northern corner of medieval Russia, and she is the daughter of a lord there. And her, you know, her whole life she was raised to go along with the old religion, not Christianity. So she gives tributes to these like sort of household gods and creatures. And then when her new stepmother comes in after her mother dies, she is a devout Christian and she is not into this old religion. But there is like, the bear is threatening to come back and just like wipe everything out. And he's part of the old religion, and Vasya is the only one hanging on to these old religions and these old traditions. So it is fantastical. It is such a beautiful book. This is the second installment. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so tempted to not finish To Kill a Kingdom. Because while mermaids are cool and all, I don't know how I feel about it yet. The other book that I'm really excited about, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I have been searching high and low for this book, and I've been trying not to order it on Amazon. For some reason, no matter what local bookstore I go to, they don't have it in stock, and I'm too impatient until recently to wait for it to come in the mail. So I just didn't buy it. And then I looked on Amazon while we were under this quarantine because I couldn't browse anywhere, and they said it was going to take like another 2 or 3 weeks because, you know, books are not as essential as maybe like food and toilet paper, whatever. But I did place an order with page 158. They got it to me. Wow, I want to read this like right now. And if you don't remember from a previous vlog, I read Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and it was amazing. That was my first Brandon Sanderson book, and everyone says that this is a good place to start for his adult fantasy series. He has very many adult fantasy series, but this is apparently a good place to start. Listen now, there is, oh, this is weird. This page is uncut. Boop. So that's strange. Do I cut it myself?
Return it.
Boyfriend says to return it, but no, because I can't wait that long. What will I will probably do is end up buying a hardcover version if I end up liking this book. Wow, I'm not talking well because I'm very excited. Yeah, okay, I'll cut that later. But here is the dilemma. Do I finish To Kill a Kingdom, or do I say fuck that book and start one of these? Ugh. Okay, let's read a couple more pages. Sorry, my camera cut off, but we were in the midst of making an important decision and I still haven't made it yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to maybe read a couple more pages of To Kill a Kingdom, see if I can stand it for much longer, and then we might move on to Mistborn because I need it. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with me and To Kill a Kingdom. Like, I want to like it. I really think it's the present tense. I'm not a big fan of that sort of writing. And I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing compelling me quite yet. I guess I don't feel very attached to the characters. Like, I feel like I'm halfway through the book. Yeah, I am solidly halfway through the book. And I still don't feel like I actually like the characters. They're just sort of there. They're like floating pieces in a board game, and I don't have any depth to them. They're just like two-dimensional cardboard pieces in this board game, and they look cool and they have cool like paint on them or whatever. This metaphor is getting stupid, but I'm not into it just yet. So we're gonna read a couple more pages and see how that goes. BRB. Hello. So I have passed the 200-page mark. I'm on page 216, and really I have very few pages left. I mean, in the sense that I have less than 150 pages left till the end. So I've just decided that I'm gonna go ahead and finish the book. I'm letting you know now that this is probably gonna be like a 3.75-ish sort of read for me out of 5 stars. I'm still not terribly attached to the characters. I'm just someone that really enjoys being completely immersed in the world. And I don't know what it is about this book, but I can't seem to fully just sink into the setting. The characters, I don't have a great love for them. I'm not terribly attached to the princess, the Siren Princess, or the Siren Killer Prince. And I thought this was going to be a hate to love sort of story, but there has been there's been no sexual tension in any sort of way. There are maybe, you could guess that they might end up having affection for each other, but nothing has been building so far. And with less than 150 pages till the end of the book, I mean, that leaves a very small margin to really build that tension in a substantial way. And, you know, I don't see how it's going to work, because the motives of Lyra, the Siren Princess, and then the motives of Elian, the Siren Killer Prince, they're sort of adjacent, parallel almost, but I don't actually see how they'll end up meeting. But maybe that'll be how Alexandra Christo surprises me with her writing and her storytelling skills. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I have decided to finish it mainly out of pride, because I don't want to sink back into a reading slump. And that's how easily I can sink back into a reading slump, is I start, like, I'm not so convinced of a book, so I let it go, I DNF it, and then suddenly I'm DNFing like 2-3 books in a row, and then we're in a reading slump again. So I'm just gonna get through it, because it's not horrible. It does sort of give me the feeling of like Pirates of the Caribbean, the movies. There's lots of like sort of good swashbuckling settings, but the action really isn't there. It's just a lot of moving through different ports, different settings, and I don't know, there's a lot of telling of how characteristics are and not showing. So that's where I am with this book. So there is 342 pages of this book. I'm on page 216. We're making good headway. I've done over 100 pages just in this day today. And you know, I always say that my boyfriend makes fun of me because I always say that I never read 100 pages in one day, but truly I always amaze myself because I think that I can't do it. I'm so easily distracted, and it really has taken me this whole day to get to this point. But if I focus, I might be able to finish it tonight. And then maybe if I don't feel like actually getting a full night's sleep tonight, I will start Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. And that's what's pushing me forward. That's what's propelling me right now through sort of this mediocre Little Mermaid retelling. I hate to be that way, but here we are. Maybe in the next couple pages, my opinion will be different. We're gonna probably walk the dog soon, and then I'll come back and just read some more. Yeah. Hello, my loves. This is the conclusion of this vlog because I've just finished To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. To be exact, I finished it at my lunch break while I was just hanging out in my bed. And if I'm being honest, the ending surprised me. It sort of turned things around for me. I was very skeptical of this book, and to be honest, it's still probably not going to be a solid 4 or 5 star book for me. I've decided solidly on a 3.75 star rating. Still incredibly enjoyable. And you know, for all of my skepticism throughout the book, I will say the last 100 pages really saved it. I feel like the ending was absolutely fantastic. There was an epic battle scene, and you know, the sort of hate to love relationship or trope came to fruition in its fullest, but it also wasn't terribly corny, I feel like. And I feel like the way they Alexandra Christo executed it, it made sense. It wasn't like this fiery, well, I shouldn't give it away, but I feel like the romance was justified for how they built their relationship. And I think that everyone got, I feel like I was satisfied with how everything ended. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be too spoilery. I do think this is worth a read if you're interested in sort of like a Little Mermaid retelling. This is a very good one. I'm surprised. I really thought this was going to be a DNF for me, and I'm glad that I pushed through because it was a quick read, it was an entertaining read, and I loved it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Now, let me talk really briefly about It by Stephen King. I have been listening to it on and off throughout the weekend, and full disclosure, it's Monday afternoon. But I have been listening to the audiobook while I do my chores, that sort of thing, and it is just a fine wine of a book. The further it goes in, the better it gets. The older and longer and deeper the story is, just the more fantastic it is. And I'm excited to continue to listen to it on audiobook. Part of me is going to be tempted to buy the physical version because I do tend to read physical copies faster than the audiobook, but also the audiobook tends to slow things down for me. There's pros and cons to keeping reading It by Stephen King on the audiobook, but for now we're gonna keep it on the audiobook, and I have so long to go with that book. Like I don't even know. But tonight I will be starting Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm so excited, and that will be for next time's vlog. But anyways, I just wanted to sort of round things out because really in the weekend, I probably read over 200 pages alone just in that weekend, and that's not counting the Stephen King audiobook that I was just talking about. And can I just say, after having an incredibly tough time coming back to YouTube and coming back to BookTube especially, and just coming out of this reading slump, this is an excellent way to sort of end and start things off, and I'm really excited about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, feel free to comment down below any books that you think that I would enjoy next, anything you'd like to see on my channel next, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Bye.